Morning. All right, so real quick one. I want to clarify what I mean when I say go fuck yourself. There was a video here recently on the blog. I don't remember which episode it was, but one of them I said, you say jump, I say fuck you. You say jump, I say fuck you. You say jump, I say fuck you. That was the idea. You say jump, I say fuck you. And I liked the cadence of that. You say jump, I say fuck you. It was I think the point that I was getting at was that's the knee jerk default automatic fucking response is you say jump, I say fuck you. But that's not the actual energy that I have in the world. Like you'll see, like for anyone who actually knows me, like yesterday's post or the one that as I'm recording this, yesterday's post was it's called More Morning Wax. Oh, I was touching on topics that whatever. I felt like I was kicking puppies in some ways, kind of a thing. Anyway, but the energy when I'm making my argument to the internet, to the world, to society as a whole, is a different kind of energy than I actually interact with my humans with, kind of a thing. But, the energy of when I say, go fuck yourself. Well, you say jump, I say fuck you. That whole cadence that I did in that other episode, I wish I knew which episode it was. It doesn't matter. I'm making these Shorty Does Life thing as if it's a book and you're reading chapter to chapter, which of course I know is not the way most people are going to consume this book of journal. You say jump, I say go fuck yourself. That's actually my energy. You say jump, I say go fuck yourself. And when I say go fuck yourself, to clarify more on that, what I'm actually acknowledging is you've fucked yourself. In my opinion, right? You say jump, I say go fuck yourself. You try to control me. You try to think for me. Go fuck yourself. And when I say go fuck yourself, what I'm acknowledging is you have fucked yourself. In my opinion, to me, you fucked yourself. You try to think for me. You're trying to tell me where I'm coming from. You're trying to gaslight instead of seeking to understand. There's an episode, What is Gaslighting? I elaborate on all that. But seek to understand, I would suggest. And don't try to control your neighbor. It's a bad idea. It doesn't engender good, loving relationships. It engenders resentment, separation. Do you like being controlled? If I told you how to live your life, wouldn't it be appropriate for you to tell me to go fuck myself? I would suggest yes. Yes, it would. The sun has yet to come up. I don't know what hour it is right now. What time is it as I'm recording this? It's almost 6 o'clock. I am reading. I'm putting my book, if you saw the things every time I'm not reading a new book until I finish the old book kind of a thing, and that is still true, but I'm not reading the next story in the AA book this morning. This morning I'm reading a galley copy. I'm not going to show you anymore. A friend of mine from Rhythmia 279, I'm not going to use anybody's name or anything in here, but is writing a book. And I was sent a galley copy of a portion of the book, and I am sincerely enjoying reading this book. Let me touch on this one real quick too, because I made a comment in here. I wanted to say one. All right, so one of the the episode on a proper interview with Dr. Jeff McNary. Bless it. I don't know why I'm saying his name wrong there. Dr. Jeff McNary, I think it's like a bird. I was going to say a bird, but I don't know if there's anyway, McNary, not McNeary. Anyway, Dr. Jeff McNary, a proper interview with Dr. Jeff McNary. I had mentioned in that episode when I was walking around the parking lot, something about how, whatever I said, I know it could have been offensive because I was saying something about brave souls only, and it's brave work going into the ayahuasca. I was trying to find it because this made me think of it. Let me try to find it. This was going to be a short episode. The episode's actually over. You say jump, I say fuck you. Let me clarify what I'm actually saying there. You say jump, I say go fuck yourself. That was the actual thing. And when I say go fuck yourself, what I'm acknowledging is that you have fucked yourself. Oh, I'm not gonna find it because I'm trying to be quick. Dagnabbit. See, I'm trying to do these because the problem is that I won't. I've got notes all over this thing. I'm gonna share with my friend in another video, which being at almost 6 o'clock now, I won't finish this. It's like 18 pages. It's just one chapter that she had sent me, and it's going to take me 2 morning sessions to read 18 pages. Ain't that something? I need to pick up the speed reading books again and get deliberate about upping my game, increasing my reading skills, because this is ridiculous. It's limiting me. My current level reading ability is limiting me. It's limiting my ability to get through books. I think the most books I'd ever read in a year was 18 books. And that was the year when, after my illustrious real estate career, when I was working at the Beau Rivage Casino, parking cars on a graveyard shift because we had West Valet, and I could sit. That's what I was mentioning in the one yesterday. I mentioned listening to Ron Paul podcast. I was listening to Ron Paul podcast because I could sit at West Valet. West Valet was the parking garage post. So you had the casino, which was the party. Everybody hung out. All the valets. That was a good time. You hang out, play with cars all night. Kind of thing. But then, I think we did it. What was it? And that was a lifetime ago. You get like a 2 hour of your 2 hour stint at West Valet, and West Valet, you were the only one over there. And on graveyard shift, you were really left alone. You just had to man the post, sit at the booth, and I could listen to podcasts and or read a book. And that year, I think I'd read 18 titles, and I think that was the most books I've ever read in a single year. Slightly more than one a month. I want to get better at that. I'm not gonna find it anyway. Probably could have found it. The moral of the story is that I had said something about in that proper interview episode about how whatever that title of the book said. I said something about this will be a 10-minute or less interview or episode. I said something about brave souls only, cowards. I don't think I said cowards need not apply, but I said something about you're not going to meet cowards at an ayahuasca retreat. I want to, I guess, apologize. If I said something like that, I'm not poking fun at any. I'm not saying you. Everybody's on our path. I'm not presupposing that you should be doing brave work in that way, kind of a thing. Or kicking a fucking puppy here, kind of a thing, right? On one hand, I want to suggest if your soul's calling you to do something hard, you can do hard things. It's the message I really want you to own I want to sing to you is that you can do hard things. And if there's something on your soul to do, and the reason why you don't do it is out of fear, check that. Challenge that. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, too, we can't get it wrong. We cannot get this play wrong. We can get it more right. We can listen more to our soul, to our heart. And we can step into if every decision we make is either based out of love or fear, we can be more deliberate in our choices, in our decisions, in the paths in which we choose to take. And we can take them based out of love, more deliberately, more consciously. And I would suggest we at least want to acknowledge when we are making decisions stemming from an energy of fear. And giving ourselves grace along the way, knowing that no matter what, we are not getting it wrong. Maybe we can get it more right, but even in those That's even some presupposing some shit, right? But even in those moments, and now I'm over 10 minutes. Even in those moments, though, where we want to have, we may we may want to have regret for a step we took, a path, a decision we made out of fear instead of the decision out of love. We may want to feel some kind of way about that. The reality of it is that is the call you were supposed to make. Made evident by the fact that it's the call you fucking made. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, we can't get it wrong. Even I said in one of the things, all I do is win, 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 no matter what. That's an acknowledgement. That's all that is. That's an acknowledgement that I am winning this thing that I thought that I wanted, that I was moving in the direction of, or I won the lesson. I won a perspective. I won an experience. Everything is a win for all of us. That's what's available to us if we're willing to acknowledge the wins in all of it. There's a thing, problem. I've been singing about problem. That's going to hit the blog soon because I had an old man moment. I was sitting in an attorney's office. I sold that rental property, by the way. It's sold. I don't think I've mentioned that on the blog, but it's done. I own no doors but this one now, the one that I live in. So I have no liability, which is great. I've got, I'm at a startup phase, so I'm all about be light, be thin, be light, while I'm developing my book of business and building my 100 unlimiteds. That's what I'm focused on right now. My career aspiration is I have a focus on creating 100 customers on that unlimited subscription. I'm creating 100 unlimiteds, and that's got some good juju. I'm going to link below that since I touched that on my feelings on being unlimited. Unlimited for life is what I called it. Let me touch on this real quick. So I'm doing this kind of a competition with myself. I'm not competing with anybody other than myself, but this is worthy of note while I'm thinking about it. It's not necessarily worthy of a post of its own. And this is going to end up being a 20-minute episode. Every episode I do is like 20 minutes. What? Come on. Can you not do a 3-minute episode, son? I can, but also too, I can, because I could have shut the thing off. The point that I wanted to make was you say jump, I say how high, versus you say jump, I say go fuck yourself. Whatever. That was the episode, and I could have stopped right there, and this Shorty Does Life thing is just a free flowing. I'm free. What was I about to say? Dagnabbit. Oh, the competition with self. So I've got 2 blogs. I've got a business blog and I've got a shit talking blog, which you're on right now. Shorty Does Life. I'm competing with myself in a way that I've got opt-in. I've got to get better at, because I want to, that which is measured can be improved. So I have MattWells.biz is 3 months older than ShortyDoesLife.com. MattWells.biz had at one point, right now, something like 5,000 and something impressions or page views. So let's say 5,000 visitors, whatever, have gone to MattWells.biz, and Shorty Does Life is only at 3,000 and something impressions or visitors. According to the thing in my back, my Now site is what my website's built on. Both of them are built on Now site. Now site's pretty dope. I got some issues with Now site with their customer service because I still cannot right now. What is today? November 17th. Now site, will you please get your shit together and fix my fucking blog? Like, the reason why it's frustrating, it's technology. Shit happens, whatever. But their lack of communication, I'm a raving fan for your program, and yet you're shitting on me. You're disrespecting the relationship by your lack of communication. It's ridiculous. Over 2 months now, I cannot post to my MattWells.biz blog. Anyway, my Now site program is really legit, though. And I'm not an affiliate with them. It used to be one of our products. We used to white label it as Stream Marketing. That's how I got connected with them. And then we had a divorce. I'll just say, whatever. We took Stream Marketing. We're taking that in a new direction. And we're not offering the Now site web services. So I became a customer directly to Now site back when we did that split. And I'm still a fan, advocate, and an advocate for Now site. I pay $50 a month and I can build unlimited websites. So MattWells.biz, ShortyDoesLife.com, greetingcardsforinmates.com, and I can create a whole bunch more if I want to. Go get a URL from GoDaddy and then boom, point it on there. They're all on. I've got unlimited website ability. Their program is designed for like sales funnels and stuff, like for internet marketers, which I don't do much of any of that. Anyway, the competition, 15 minutes, dag nabbit. All right, the competition that I'm having with myself. There's an unfair advantage in some ways to Matt Wells. So with less impressions, bullshit beats business was the idea. Because with less impressions, 3,000 something page visits on Shorty Does Life versus 5,000 something page visits on mattwells.biz, Shorty Does Life has actually one or two more, I think right now, opt-ins, subscribers. So when I send an email out to Shorty Does Life, there's two more people getting the emails versus the mattwells.biz. And so I'm doing a competition with myself. A year from now, I want to see which of those websites has more subscribers, opt in, kind of a thing. So I want to ask you to please do opt in to Shorty Does Life. And also on that note, so here's on that note, mental note to myself, get back to that on that note. Why I think you want to opt in to this Shorty Does Life one specifically. There's a bit of an unfair advantage that Shorty Does Life has because I'm only willing to cross-pollinate one way. Meaning, like I'm a link below an episode to Unlimited for Life, which is an episode on mattwells.biz, right? So Shorty Does Life will proudly promote what I'm doing at mattwells.biz. If you're willing to know me, if you're mature enough to handle this short dog motherfucker with, you know what I mean, kind of a thing, then you can definitely know mattwells.biz, Matt Shorty Wells, you know what I'm saying? But I want to create a bit of a safe place, a little bit of a professional environment. While if you go to mattwells.biz and you watch my opening video that's on there right now, I use the word professional very loosely, right? But at the same time, too, it's a hell of a lot more palatable for society, the way Matt Shorty Wells, right, versus Short Dog, the real motherfucker, you know what I mean, that you get here at Shorty Does Life. So, more point that I'm getting at is mattwells.biz will not promote Shorty Does Life, right? And mattwells.biz, I don't even promote anymore. I don't have my Facebook, my personal Facebook stuff on there, or my Instagram stuff on there right now, because on my personal shit, my personal Facebook, my personal Instagram, I have no problem saying, hey, here's a new episode of Shorty Does Live, that kind of a thing, where I'm playing with this. And I created a new YouTube channel. I touched on that in yesterday's episode, but I created a new YouTube channel like 2-3 days ago. I've got half of the videos uploaded to that new channel now, and then I'm going to go back into mattwells.biz, and I'm going to take all of those embedded videos that are currently hosted on my personal YouTube channel, and replace them with that new channel that I created that's all about the gratitude business and mattwells.biz and all that kind of stuff. So so there's an unfair advantage because Shorty Does Life will promote mattwells.biz, no problem, but mattwells.biz will not promote Shorty Does Life, right? So there's a bit of a disadvantage there to mattwells.biz, to Shorty Does Life. But I'm in a competition with myself with the two channels because it's funny because it's the same personality on both. They're both me, you know what I mean? Like, while I may be a little bit more conscious of societal standards, let's say, in the mattwells.biz kind of a thing, than I am here. I've got a real go fuck yourself attitude here because this is me. I'm here. I'm flexing my voice. That's what this is, right? This is me singing. You know what I mean? Like, don't come. Stay out, bitch. You know what I mean? That kind of an attitude. This is just... And that, I will probably get a little bit more palatable with that as we go. Part of this right now is... I'm a hell of a lot more deliberate with this voice than it looks like, I would suggest. But whatever. So I'm in a competition with myself, with my business shit. Bullshit beats business was the moral of that story. And then what was I wanted to get back to? Oh, why you want to, I recommend, I know that I've got some friends that are tuning into Shorty Does Life shit via just watching it on the YouTube channel. I'm probably going to be moving this shit away from the YouTube channel. Like yesterday's video, I mentioned the V word. I'm like, oh, I realized that when I was uploading the video. I was like, oh, that V word that I mentioned in yesterday's video, that's a forbidden word on this platform of the YouTube platform. You know what I'm saying? It legitimately is a suppressed word. That's not conspiracy theory. That's whatever. So I'm probably going to start hosting some of these videos, or a good chunk of them, on another platform, on possibly Riddler, Rumble. Riddler's not a thing anymore, is it? Riddler was not even. That's a Joker, and that's a character, comic book character, Riddler. And also too, I know that there are some people who are tuning in to Shorty Does Life by just going and checking the blog. They're going to shortydoeslife.com, clicking the blog button, and then just kind of catching up. More and more as we go. If that's how you're tuning in, I want to suggest that you do. If you're willing to tune in and you're giving this shit talking website of mine your bandwidth, then obviously you're interested in the shit that I'm talking. I would recommend opt in. There's an opt-in box. It costs you nothing but your name and your email address, and put it John Doe. Oh, by the way, if whatever your reasons, if you have some kind of a thing about you don't want to let me know you're tuned in, okay, put John Doe in. And I like the idea of this because I'm curious how many John Does or Jan Does, whatever, are going to be on my email list later as this goes. Like, sincerely, looks like I have a black tooth. I don't. It's the shadow. Like I'm missing a tooth. Yeah. Anyway, 22 minutes. Yeah. I recommend you subscribe. The newsletter itself, the actual emails that are going out to Shorty Does Life subscribers, is going to turn into more and more percentage-wise of the actual conversations that I'm having through the Short Dog blog, the Shorty Does Life stuff. So I recommend, and I want to ask you to please do consider subscribing to this website, Shorty Does Life. If you watch a 22 fucking minute video just now, then I suggest you got to tell me more kind of spirit. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a silly bitch, and I try to have fun with this thing. So please do subscribe, Shorty Does Life. But if you do subscribe to Shorty Does Life, maybe go check out mattwells.biz so I can compete with myself. Because I feel like this bullshit website is going to smash the business website. But, because bullshit beats business, right? For one. Controversial topics are more interesting, than prosperity and gratitude, evidently. But, because with less impressions on Shorty Does Life, I have more subscribers. My subscriber count is higher by much, just this much. But still, with something like 2,000 less impressions, I've got equivalent subscribers. That's interesting. Anyway, appreciate y'all tuning in. I love you. I sincerely love you. I was going to say I love your face, but of course I don't see your face. I see my face. But I love my face too. But I love you because I love me. Namaste, motherfuckers.